Hello, hello, Unique Couple Sunday Night Live. It is great to see you all. Go ahead and hashtag Live Squad. We are all excited to be here. I am Linda Wright Patrick, and I am the co-host of Unique Couples along with my husband Vito. But we just came from all month June with Father's Day. So now we are just going to definitely mix it up. And I am so excited to be here with Wynette Mcphee. She is the CEO of Alexandra Rose. Say hello, Wynette.
Hi, good night, everyone.
Awesome, awesome. So all of you unique couples, listen, if you have not shared as yet, go ahead and share. Tell someone who is married, tell someone who is going to be married, who is thinking about being married, who was probably married before. I need to get this because Wynette really has a lot to share. Tonight, we are talking about how to have the perfect wedding from start to finish. So go ahead and share. Let someone know. Wynette is here from the perfect dress. You think about it, planning the smallest details, maybe even losing weight for that gown. And you're thinking about the decorations, maybe your honeymoon location, and of course, those honeymoon special pieces that you need, all the way to home furniture. CEO Wynette Mcphee and her team at Alexandria Rose Group of Companies does it all. So Wynette, it's great to have you. Tell us, how did you get started with Alexandria Rose, with the group of companies? Let us know about that. And before you do, I want to let everyone know, go ahead. If you have questions, type it in the chat. Good to see you, Kathy. Thanks for joining us, Gia and Julie. Go ahead and type your questions and comments in the chat. If you're planning a wedding, you're getting married, you know someone who's getting married, you definitely need to be a part of this conversation. And we are definitely going to give you 3 top tips for this perfect wedding that you're starting from start to finish, because it's not just about a day, right? It's not just about a day. Anyway, so I've been talking. Wynette, go ahead. Tell us, about, who are you and what you do? How did you get started and why?
Hello, everyone. My name is Wynette Mcphee, and I started this company in 2014. And it did not start with weddings. It actually started with a baby shower for my sister, who is getting married this August. So I'm now doing her wedding. And we started very small. We basically had maybe 20 chair covers and maybe 20 plastic charger plates. And that is how we started. And over the years, we grew and we grew. And I have 2 daughters. They are Lauren Alexandra and Layla Rose. And I put their middle names together, and that is how we got Alexandra Rose. And so that is where the name of my company came from. And we just started with bridal and events because we have our own wedding dress line. We do custom dresses. We have 2 coming out in August. I am very, very excited about that. So everyone who's getting married can look out for those pieces. And we are mostly known for our decor. We decorate weddings, and we also plan. And in that planning, we came to realize that a lot of brides were losing weight for their weddings, and we wanted to assist. And that is how sport came about. We started with our detox tea, and we moved into active wear. We moved into items to assist brides, such as our resistance bands, waist trainers, all of that stuff. And we note that a bride will lose weight for her wedding and beyond, but we want to be healthy wives, healthy mothers. And so that is what sport is there for. And most definitely weddings come with honeymoons. And so we have our honeymoon collection, which started with our bridal robes. And we now have our own collection of bridesmaids robes. And we also have lingerie for the actual honeymoon. And last but not least,
okay, go ahead.
And last but not least, we have our house and home collection, where we actually have furniture and we have candles, because every bride will have a house that she wants to turn into a home. And we at Alexandra Rose want our brides to become family. We want them to become a part of the journey. And so that is where house and home comes along, because my brides, I never want to see them leave. I never want to see them leave. And so the way our company is set up is usually they find us before the wedding and after they stay with us. And that is the way Alexandra Rose group of companies was birthed. So that is how we became.
Awesome. I like that. It's like the progression. It's not just
yes, it's a progression.
Yeah, it's not just that one day. And that's something that, with unique couples that we try to get couples to understand too. It's, the things that you do on a daily basis that like is something we teach in our unique couples marriage club. But it's not just that one day. It's like what happens after the wedding, the actual.
And that is how I feel. Everyone just wants to get the girl down the aisle. Like, let's get her down the aisle. But what happens after she's down the aisle? Because now reality sets in. A wedding is one day, but a marriage is forever. And so Alexandra Rose's mission is to get you down the aisle, yes, but to keep that marriage together. And that is where our company comes in, and we go along with you for the journey.
Yeah, so it's like the growth. So hey, you'll need some things for your honeymoon. We have it. You need some things to, your first home together or whatever it is. Hey, we have those things as well. So that's really unique, and it really shows that hey, relationships, marriage, it is a journey. You can't just plan for this one day and then that's it. Yes, we want the perfect wedding, but we also want to have this relationship that goes through and grows with you. And so you have a company that you're saying is actually growing, prepared to help couples along that journey as well. So that is wonderful. And then you talk about the dresses. But let's look at some of the top. I know you said that, you've worked with couples, with brides, and you've noticed some of their needs. What would you say would be some of the top tips? A bride is getting ready to plan this wedding or have this wedding. What would be some of your top, maybe 3 tips for this perfect wedding? And of course, it could be beyond the wedding day. So we just want to get that straight. It's not just the actual wedding day. It's the wedding and beyond.
Well, the first thing I always tell my brides is there are no rules. It is your day, and you can do whatever you want, and you make the rules. That's not even a tip. That's the motto that I live by. It's your wedding. You can have whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. And my top tip for weddings, even in life in general, is set the budget and stick to it, but also be realistic. That is my top tip for brides. That is my top tip for wives, even in life in general. Just set a budget, stick to it, but be realistic. That's top tip number 1. Another thing I would say about weddings is to control the guest count, because when you control the guest count, you get more bang for your buck. Let's just say you say to yourself, my budget is 20,000, but I want 300 people. Whereas if you say my budget is 20,000, but we do 75 people, you can have a much nicer wedding for 75 persons at 20,000, whereas you have to stretch that money so far for 300 persons, because every person that attends your wedding is a cost. And so that is like one of like the second tip. And I always tell my brides, pick through the people who you invite to your wedding, people you can count on during your marriage, people you've counted on during your relationship, people you can call on, people you can trust. Everyone else can see pictures. A marriage is something special and sacred, and I don't think it should be made into a circus of people you haven't seen in 20 years. I mean, that's how I feel about weddings. Everyone else can see pictures. Social media is well and live. Everyone does not have to be there. And those are my tips. And the next tip is stick to your own style. Mommy says, oh, I always wanted you in a ball gown, but you want a mermaid. Or someone says, why is your wedding black and white and blush is the color? Like, this is my wedding. I will set the style and the tone. This is for me and my husband. This is the first thing that we are officially doing together. And I think that your ideas, the wedding should be an expression of your husband and yourself, not of mommy and auntie and everybody else. So those are my top tips, and that will keep everyone happy.
Awesome, awesome. So, as it relates to the planning, so brides come to you and you offer planning services. They have this, almost like this one-stop shop with the planning. They have they can get their decorations done. They can get these honeymoon. Do you take them through? Do you find that you have couples or brides that come to you and you give them these tips and they work through it? How has that been? Do they necessarily follow, don't follow? How does it work? Either or?
In the Bahamian society, we love big fat Bahamian weddings. And so usually when I tell brides, cut the budget, it's almost like this is taboo. We cannot cut, we cannot the budget, the guest count. We cannot cut the guest count. These people have to be there. And I start to say to them, when last have you spoken with this person? What has this person given to your relationship? What does this person actually mean to you? And then they start to say, well, I don't even know this person. The last time I saw them was 10 years ago. And I'm like, do you really think they need to be at your wedding? And then they start to think and they be like, Wynette, you are correct. We should cut this guest list. And so most of the times the brides do listen, and what makes them listen most of the times is when I actually put pen to paper and I show them what this would cost. And then reality sets in, because everybody wants until cost is on paper. And when they see the cost, they be like, okay, you making sense? Let's cut this guest list.
Awesome. That really should have been a lesson that people learn, especially after, the pandemic and things that were going on. How were weddings affected then? Did you see that guest list definitely dropping and people not having problems with it? How did it affect, how the brides related and how you related to them during that time?
Well, the guest list was definitely smaller during COVID, because we've had weddings of 10, weddings of 20, weddings of 30. And to be honest with you, Linda, I actually enjoyed those weddings. I really, really enjoyed those weddings because they were so intimate and they were so meaningful and they were so nice. It was almost as if you could feel the love in the room. It's almost as if everyone there was just rooting for the couple. And I feel as though weddings should be where everyone there means you well. You know everyone personally. Like, a wedding is special and sacred. And I feel as though in this industry, sometimes we as Bahamians, we just want this big fat Bahamian wedding, and nothing your planner says will change your mind. And so, I am only here to give advice. I cannot tell my brides what to do. Some of them take my advice, some of them don't. But in all, like I said, it's your wedding. There are no rules. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's it, right? That's it. You can do whatever you want. So we have brides from, different places all around the world, watching as well, and, persons who are in our unique couples community. So how has it been? How is weddings, how are weddings in your area and your country? And, for you, in terms of your culture, does it have to be everyone needs to come? Everyone needs to be there. It could be people who are talking about you, people who don't necessarily like you, but hey, they're part of the family or they're related to someone. Do you feel obligated to have those persons there? Let us know your comments in the chat. So we know that, hey, weddings bring out the good, the bad, and the ugly. So there you have it. Those 3 top tips. Number 1, set a budget and stick with it. That is definitely sometimes so hard. Money is a big problem when it relates to marriage. Like, couples usually have that as a number 1 reason for them getting divorced. So if you started right, in terms of planning together as, you know, as husband, as a couple, getting married, then hey, you should have more, you should be able to do better in terms of with your finances when you actually do get married. So start how you want to finish, right? And then number two, you said control your guest count. Yeah, we know the issues with that. So, and then number three, stick to your own style. So many times we want what somebody else has, or we're listening to all of these different advice. And when we have these persons come into our relationship, come into and, you know, giving all of their advice and their opinions, and we take those instead of listening to our significant other, then we would have problems. So it's a good thing to start how you want to finish, and you will definitely have the perfect wedding. You'll definitely have the perfect wedding. Definitely stay connected with us in the Unique Couples Marriage Club. And, you know, communication is an issue. Communication is a big issue as it relates to relationships. So don't forget to join us for our Unique Couples Communicate to Elevate workshop. Join us for that. Couples Connect, Communicate to Elevate workshop. It doesn't matter where you are in your relationship. You can be a newlywed. You could be married for a long time. It doesn't matter. You make sure that you go ahead, join us and connect with us in for that workshop, and definitely connect with us in the How to Strengthen Your Marriage Facebook group, and it's a free group, so you can go ahead and join us. Everything you need for your marriage in terms of making sure you are definitely being a stronger couple and definitely having a healthy relationship. Join us in there. We do lives. So you'll join us for lives on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Sip and Spill. Go ahead and join us there, and for all of the trainings that we do to help you really build your relationship. And then, of course, we have guest speakers as well coming in to join us to kind of like go a little more deeper. And if you really want to take it deeper in your relationship, you would connect with us in the Unique Couples Marriage Club. Join us in there. So Wynette, you guys are doing it all there You're doing it all there at Alexandra Rose Group of Companies. I love the name, by the way, because my dad was Alexander. So, you know, when I saw the Alexandra, I was like, okay, that was awesome. So good to see the connection. So you talked about, you're doing planning, the perfect dress. You said the dress was coming out again. Let our viewers know some of the services you offer again, and how can they get in touch with you on social media.
Okay, the services we offer are definitely decor and planning. Like I said earlier, we also have a custom dress line. We also have our sporting line to assist brides with losing weight before the wedding and after, staying in shape. And we have our honeymoon collection, of course, with our lingerie and our robes. And we have our house and home collection with candles and furniture. Brides can get in contact with us, as well as wives who are already married can get in contact with us via our Facebook, which is Alexandra Rose Group of Companies. They can also reach us via email, alexandrarosebridal@hotmail.com. They can reach us at our cell phone number 1242-823-6267. We also have a toll-free US number, which is 1-866-932-8622. And they can also get in contact with us through our website, which is www.alexandrarosegroupofcompanies.com. And there you can see some of our pieces, some of our work, and you can also book consultations with us via our website.
Awesome. Great. Can you go ahead and give us that number again where they can reach you? I think you said there was a toll-free number. Go ahead and give us that number again.
The toll-free number for the US residents is 1-866-932-8622, and our products are going to be available in the US shortly for all of our international brides and our international followers who are interested in our products.
Awesome. Awesome. There you have it. Alexandra Rose Group of Companies. You can find them on Facebook, on Instagram as well, right?
Yes, on Instagram as well.
Yes. And you can also reach them at their email and their number. I think we got all of that correct. Yeah. So if you're planning a wedding, you're and okay, yeah. One of the things that I did not get to mention, what time frame would you suggest that couples come to you in terms of if they want you to plan their wedding and then of course have all of these other services done? What time frame would you give them or tell
I
them
would
would be
take
best?
brides as early out as 18 months. I know that sounds a little far out, but I say 18 months because brides change their minds. Persons want to be able to save money. Some persons have this idealistic wedding in their heads. And so all of these nice productions that you see online, sometimes they take 2 years to come into being. And so I always tell brides, if you know that there's something specific that you want, 18 months out is not um, crazy to start planning your wedding. And I always tell brides, our custom dresses take up to 1 year to be made. So they are all hand sewn, they're all hand beaded. Hours and hours and hours go into these pieces. And these things take time because persons are doing them by hand. So 18 months out, because we have to give and take shipping, planning, money is being spent. And so 18 months out is good time. We can do it in a shorter time frame, but for me, 18 months is the sweet spot.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, definitely. So connect with Wynette or at Alexandra Rose Group of Companies. Get your planning done, decor, honeymoon essentials, and home and more. Right, home and more. Go on. The website is absolutely beautiful, and you can get what you need and grow with these different products. That's what I love
Yes.
about it. Yes, being able to grow. I'm so thankful for our sponsors for making this show possible. Thank you so much. Doris at Here to Please, Shadra at Style Me Pretty, Anna at the Creation Nail Lab. Thank you so much for sponsoring and supporting the work we do here at Unique Couples, making sure that we are definitely helping to build stronger couples, healthier marriages, and happier families, not just here in the Bahamas, but definitely in the Caribbean and around the world. So we had fun sharing. Go ahead. Remember to register for our Unique Couples Communicate to Elevate workshop. And it's funny that I'll kind of like choke on that because guess what? Some persons are definitely choking on that in their relationship and not doing what they need to do to make it count. But guess what? Hey, you need to definitely work on making sure that you're communicating with your spouse. And then, of course, we have our Marriage of Your Dreams course. Go ahead and register for that. Get the Marriage of Your Dreams. It is possible. You can have it. We have done it, and we are teaching other couples to do it as well. Okay, so you don't have to stay stuck. You can grow in your relationship. We had fun sharing. Thank you, Wynette. I don't know if you have any last words before we end this conversation. Those of you with questions, if we didn't get to your questions, you can go ahead and we will respond to them. So continue putting your questions and takeaways in the comments in the chat. Any final words?
My final words to brides to be is just have fun, enjoy the planning, enjoy being engaged because it goes by so quickly. Just enjoy it and have fun.
Awesome. Awesome. There you have it. Thank you again, Wynette, for joining us on Unique Couple Sunday Night Live. Listen, go ahead, make your marriage lovely, exciting, make it work. You do not have to stay stuck. If you need help, get the help because guess what? Help is always available. We love what we do. We love our marriage, and we want you to love yours as well. And we are helping you to make it possible. We are Unique Couples, building stronger couples, healthier marriages, and happier families. See you in the Unique Couples Marriage Club, and definitely for our workshop and for our Marriage of Your Dreams course. Goodbye.
Bye.
At Wrights Enterprise, our slogan is Dreams on Wheels. Let us customize a trailer to accommodate your business's needs. From clothing and apparel, shoes and accessories, to hair and nails, we are the perfect choice for your mobile business. Contact 646-8464 for more info and follow us on IG at Wrights_Enterprise 242.